Welcome to the first video in Chapter 4 dealing with cash and cash equivalents. The first thing we need to understand is what items we will include in cash. So in the balance sheet, when the company lists cash, they have various items that are included that you may or may not consider to be cash. So let's take a look at those items. Any coin and currency you have on hand, most certainly that's cash. If you receive checks from customers, you have them in hand, you've not deposited them as yet in the bank, or you deposited but it's not gone into your account, that's still considered cash. Any money you have in your checking and savings account that do not have any restrictions on it, which means there are no withdrawal restrictions on it, those are considered cash. If you have any sales transaction that take place that are not cash, but they're credit card or debit card sales transaction, which means you accepted a credit card payment from a customer, that is considered cash because effectively the credit card company is going to put the money into your account by the end of the day, minus whatever fees they charge you. Same thing for the debit card sales. So those are also considered cash. Now we have this last item called cash equivalents. Cash equivalents are any kind of investments that you may have, such as treasury bills that have, when you acquired them, the maturity date is less than 3 months. The risk is so minimal of converting them into cash, they're considered to be cash or cash equivalents. So all of this put together is your total cash balance. Now, having seen that, let's take a look at a quick example and see how we can apply this information to decide which items we would consider cash. So let me minimize this diagram a little over here for us. So we're looking at this exercise where we've been given different accounts, and we've been asked to identify which of these would be included in cash. So I have gone ahead and written out the amounts for each of these. Let's go down the list and answer the question whether it's cash or not, and then we can sort through and find out the final balance. So the first one is currency located at the bank. That's cash, definitely. Cash or the coin or currency. So yes, that is definitely that's cash. The next item is supplies. Supplies is something that you're going to use in the business. It's not cash, nor is it ever going to become cash. So the answer is no, it's a current asset. The third is short-term investments that mature within 3 months. This meets the definition of cash equivalent. So yes, we will call it cash. The next is accounts receivable. We will receive the money in the future, but as of now, the answer is no. This is not considered cash. Then we have balance and savings account. Certainly, unless mentioned otherwise, we have access to this money, so it's cash. The next item is cash received from customers but not yet deposited. Checks received from customers but not yet deposited. So this is, we have the checks on hand. We will deposit it, and at that point of time, it will go into our bank account. We consider it cash. In good faith, we assume that those checks are all going to be good. Prepaid rent. I have paid rent in advance. That's not cash. I've already paid the cash. Cash has gone from my company. I will get the benefit of occupying the place, but it's not cash. Coins located in the company, that's like the first one, like currency. Yes, that is cash. Equipment, certainly that's not cash. That's a long-term asset, so the answer is no to that. And finally, we have balance in checking account. So just like savings account, unless there is something mentioned that there is a restriction on the amount I can withdraw, that amount is going to be cash. So an example for the checking or savings account where you may have restrictions, for those of us who have a credit union account, they keep a small amount. It's typically like $10 is considered membership fee, and you're not allowed to withdraw that. That's a minimum balance you're required to have. So if you have an account with a larger bank, a commercial bank like Wells Fargo, you may be required to have let's say a $500 minimum balance. Above that is unrestricted cash. That 500 is considered restricted cash. Now you could technically withdraw that cash, and there are a lot more complications you could deal with those situations. But for our purposes, unless mentioned otherwise, cash in checking account, cash in savings account, those are considered cash. Okay, now that I worked through the exercise and identified which ones are cash and which ones are not cash, now let me go ahead and sort these numbers. And what I'm interested in is, I'm interested in only the money that's in the items that are considered cash. So I've sorted them, and these are the amounts that I'm interested in. So I'm just going to add these numbers. I'm just interested in these numbers. And the total I get over here, I'm interested only in these numbers over here, the ones that I said yes. And that adds up to 18,460. And this is my final answer. Calculate the amount of cash to report in the balance sheet. The answer is $18,460. So once again, review which items are considered cash and which items are clearly not cash. They are other assets.